Well, yes, struck gold and tawny, I suppose. Lion. And just excuse the slightly shaky nature of the picture. That thing is most of the way to Mala Mala main camp. It's in Mala Mala, but it is coming north towards Cheetah Plains, and that is very good news. In about 4 weeks, it will be on Cheetah Plains if it carries on at the pace that it's currently moving. Yeah. Okay, yep. We'll show you how far away it is. Right, so that's how far away he is, and let's just hope, and you can see the other vehicles there. They may drive in front of him. Yes, they will, almost inevitably, as they try to get their own pictures. They're not doing anything wrong. There's no reason they shouldn't be driving precisely like they're driving. They don't even know we're here. We're so far away. Now, Murat, you're wondering how many years a lion like this will live. Often not more than 10, quite frequently up to about 12, and very seldom beyond 12. Because they will normally be taken out by something nasty as they go. Now, let's just quickly have another look at the one on the dam wall. So there are 2 of them there. And what we're going to do is probably move a little bit forward now and see if we can't get that other one coming north, because that's really quite nice. So we're now on the Mala Mala Cheetah Plains boundary, and those lions are slowly... Oh, there he comes. He's actually turned towards us. He's coming straight towards us now. This is wonderful. What a stroke of luck to have arrived just in time for him to start moving forward. Of course, he may well go fast asleep where he is now. Seems to be looking for his brother to try and join him. Now, which one of the Birmingham boys this is, I couldn't begin to tell you. Yeah. Now, really, I must reiterate, those guys have no idea that we're even looking at them, so they're not being ornery or nasty at all. They're just simply conducting their game sighting. And we just happen to be sort of at a military distance away from them. So we'll just enjoy him for now. And I'll keep you posted on the movements of the other one, see if he does actually keep coming north. Hopefully he will. I can't see why he wouldn't. You know, I mean, he's decided to make the move. Yeah, he's still moving. Maybe that lazy bones will get up and come with him. This is how, of course, the coalition split up. And I don't mean permanently, I just mean during the time that when we see them. We so seldom see all 4 together. In fact, I can't remember the last time we saw all 4 of the Birminghams together. And you can see how it happens. One of them decides he's too exhausted to possibly move, while the other one thinks, well, it's probably time I did something useful. Marked some territory, found another bush to lie in. Oh, he's gone to sleep, the other one. YouTuber, you say, is he going to roar? YouTuber, it's highly unlikely that he's going to start to roar. Normally, they will roar only sort of when they are being territorial, and that's normally at night, as the sun goes down, just before it comes up, and sometimes in the middle of the night. Very seldom have I heard lions roaring during the middle of the day, so it's highly unlikely that they'll roar now. His brother has now gone to sleep, I'm afraid, in between the 2 Mala Mala vehicles. I've just seen him lie down. And from this distance, with the wind blowing the way it is, I don't even think we'd hear them roar. We'd certainly be able to see his head moving. Roshni, you're wondering how far away we are. I mean, can you tell on the focus there, Seb?
No, because I'm on infinity.
Infinity.
So it won't give me a distance.
I reckon that's about between 1/4 of a mile and 600 meters, maybe 1/4 and 1/3 of a mile away, about 400 meters, 400 to 600 meters. It's a long way. The only reason we saw him was we saw that I saw the vehicles, and then I saw the tawny colour on top of the dam wall there. And Adam, you're wondering about why they're called the Birmingham Boys. How have they come to be known after a sort of semi-well-known British crime syndicate that operated in the city of Birmingham? I think it was about the 50s or so. Anyway, the Birmingham Boys are not from Birmingham, obviously. Well, they are, but not from Birmingham in England. They're from the farm Birmingham, which is in the Timbavati, right next door to Ngala, where I was talking about those baboons. And they were born there to a pride called the Birmingham Pride. And they were tossed out of the pride at pretty much the same time by whoever their fathers were. And they came down this way and took over from the Matimbas. They were the two males that looked after this area before. And they came in the winter of 2015, I think, was it? Yeah. So they've been resident here for some time. Was it 2015? No, it wasn't. It was the winter of 2016. Yeah, that's right. No, goodness gracious. No, it was end of winter 2015. We had them arriving here, I think. Unless my mind's gone completely mad. Oh, the other one's up. Is it?
There's another one to the left.
There's another one to the left. We have three of them. 3 lions. Oh, well spotted. Vultures coming in. Ah, brilliant. He's been feeding on this carcass. This carcass is obviously still going because the vultures are coming back down. All right, well, we'll watch how this plays out, everybody. While we do that, Jamie Patterson apparently has also got something fluffy. You can just see his head popping up above the grass. There he is. The other 2 are now on the dam wall. One of them, I think, is actually in the dam having a drink. I'm just going to turn you slightly, Seb, because there's quite a lot going on behind us. Look at them all coming up off the carcass there. Now, Yabu Geri, while we watch what is a beautiful sight of the vultures deciding that it's hot enough for them to take to the air, it really surprises me. You want to know what the minimum area is required for a lion. Yabu Geri, it really does vary substantially depending on the amount of prey that there is. The prey density almost exclusively defines how lions are distributed around the place. And in this area, you will find that a male lion will seldom have a territory that is much less than, say, I'd say 20,000 hectares or so. This is quite astonishing to behold. And 20,000 hectares in acres is about 50,000 acres, roughly 50,000 acres, if not more. So that's a huge area. I mean, there are some fenced reserves, obviously, that are much smaller than that, and they successfully maintain lion populations. The YouTuber, you're wondering if these vultures will attack lions. No, they won't attack lions. They are simply, well, they have simply been sitting on a buffalo kill that the lions have made. I think it's probably finished by now. And now, I'm sorry about the wires, but it's just very difficult to move. Shall I move quickly, sir? How's that? Good. Where was I again? Oh yes, no, they don't attack lions at all. They're not designed to attack anything, actually. They attack each other from time to time, but otherwise they are pretty peaceful creatures. And they have, I mean, white-backed vultures have sometimes been known to kill prey on their own, but very seldom. And so they just largely are scavengers. And I really am amazed that they're flying now. I thought that it was going to be far, far too too cold today for them to fly, but there's obviously sufficient thermal for them to take off, because they're also flying with the wind. They're not flying into it and using the wind to take off. It's very interesting, that. I don't suppose they'll be up in the air for too long if the weather stays like this, but I think the thermals will be few and far between.